Welcome to another episode of Comedy Wham Presents. With me, your host, Valerie, and sometime kitty co-hosts, Miss Purrington and Mookie, are back at home. We're recording from the Fallout Theater podcast studio. Thank you, Fallout. ComedyWham.com is your place to go for features about all Austin comedy. In addition to podcasts, Comedy Wham brings you articles, album reviews, show reviews, our advice column, our listing of festivals from across the country and the world, our FPIA contest page, and my articles for the Austin Chronicle, thebarbedwire.com, and the San Antonio Current about the Austin and Central Texas comedy scenes. Our most popular feature is our events page for live comedy shows in Austin, Houston, and DFW, where 100% of the entries you see come from comics and producers. Click the Submit a Show button from... Oh my God. I haven't done this in a while. Click the Submit a Show button from the top of the homepage or events page to fill out the survey to get your show listed. It's free and easy. Tag us on your Instagram stories and we'll share your show promo to our followers. We also offer paid promo pushes on Instagram. Speaking of events, come check out my new passion project show, Improv Vintage. You bring an item and watch it come to life in a fully improvised performance. Want to support these resources that we provide? You can donate to Comedy Wham on Venmo or Patreon. Click the Support CW icon on our homepage to see the ways that you can help us. Our podcast was launched in 2016. Hey, guess what, mathematicians? That means we are celebrating 10 years of podcasting, bringing you funny people and their stories. As a fan, I like to delve into a comic's background and motivations, and will usually take a detour along the way. Consider the interview a way for you to get to know the folks that make the Austin comedy scene one of the best in the country. If you like this podcast, please rate and review us. Today, this sounds really vulgar, but she's on Fuck This Week on Mondays and Come At Me on Saturdays. And other shows, I'm sure. Both of those shows are every week at Fallout Theater. She's on Guts, monthly show, and The Roundabout, monthly?
I think we would say Deceased with Love.
Oh, Deceased with Love. Okay. All right. She's also R.I.P. Roundabout. Mm-hmm. She is part of the Big Fart sketch group, and she teaches improv. And she's, I know at the 2025 Cold Tonys, she won a ton of awards. I didn't write them down what the names were, but maybe she remembers.
I do remember.
Awesome. Okay, and now Comedy Wham presents our guest, Dani Gonzalez.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Yes, thank you for having me. Yeah. I didn't realize I'm coming up on my 10 years in like the summer. So it's cool that we both put our foot down in 2016.
Yeah. Maybe I need to scout out for people that are celebrating 10 years of something in 2026 and make that my anniversary, decade anniversary.
Cool. Mission. I love anniversaries. Really anything. I love it
all. Okay. Well, Dani, I like to start these off with the same question every single time. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
One word to describe your past.
I do remember you asked Ariel this, and I remember thinking then what I would say now, and that memory stops there. I don't remember any of the words that came to mind, so but we're coming in even a few weeks out of better times, so let me think. What was the question again? That's crazy. Yeah.
One word to describe your past.
No, that's 2 words. Let's try again. Let's try, tumultuous. I was trying to get away from it, but I do think it's tumultuous. I was like, surely there's another word, but that's still what I'm sitting with.
Do you want to share why that word came to mind? What makes you think, what do you think about when you think about that
I think
word?
About highs and lows. I think tumultuous to me means external, internal. Both things have been true. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of entering this self-led decade in review because, starting comedy almost 10 years ago. And then also that's when I really started grappling with my depression in a huge life altering way. And so kind of putting both of those things have highs and lows, and some of them map, some of them don't. Like sometimes I'm not in an episode and I'm doing great in comedy. Sometimes I'm doing objectively great and I'm in the pitfalls, and so it's like I think the word that I've been throwing around, especially for this last year, I sucked, but like tumultuous, but it's not bad. It's just, it is, but that means there were ups and downs.
Yeah.
It was just rocky.
Yeah. I mean, that's life.
That is life. 'Tis it is. And I'm leaning into it again.
Yeah. Where did you grow up?
I've been in Texas my whole life.
Okay.
I was born in San Antonio, moved to Spring, which is like a suburb of Houston. In the 3rd grade, went to UT Austin, moved to DFW area to live with my sister and brother-in-law, and eventual nieces who were a mere dream then. And then I came back to Austin in 2021. So it's just been like...
You've covered the major metroplexes.
Yeah, which no one really wants to do.
Yeah.
Like no one's like, guess like a cool thing about me.
Yeah, right.
I've lived in too many Texas cities and I didn't like any of them except Austin.
Yeah. Did you perform at all when you were growing up?
No. Well, not until high school. I did theater all 4 years, but that was funny to me even then because there was like a group of them who went on to do like Broadway.
Wow.
I just did like a craft thing with a friend from high school who went to college. She was now just a life friend, but she was like, "Oh, remember that guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, he like played some like rock icon in a Broadway musical. Like he got like nominated for a Tony or something." I was like, "Yeah." And then here we are making punch cards for life, so we hopefully drink enough water. Like, so it's just funny because there was that, like, there was like maybe 3 or 4, like they were actually like great, and we just happened to have a good department. And then there was like me who just happened to get good enough to be a part of the cast by my junior and senior year. So I loved it because I got to perform and I got to have friends and I got to have groups and I got to have stuff to just do.
Yeah. I was a debate kid.
Okay. And I taught speech and debate.
Okay.
And don't think I was a good teacher. So you tell me what it was supposed to be like and I'll tell you what I made for my students instead.
Well, I remember, so the debate kids were the kids that thought they were smarter than everybody else.
They are. They're smarter than me.
And then, but still grappling with that, trying to fit in. Because they were not part of the cool kid, not part of the jocks. And then the drama kids were definitely the kids that had the most fun because they leaned into, they're just awkward as hell. They're exploring everything under the sun. And, I think I should have been a drama kid because I would have had way more fun. Instead, I was just kind of everybody tells me I'm smart, so I'm just going to do this thing. But my events were the individual events.
Got it.
Anyway.
It can be isolating. Not isolating, but it's like, debate. It's kind of like, as a teacher perspective, I'm like, I never got the hang of it. I was forced to teach speech and debate. I wanted to teach English real bad, and they were like, you also have to teach speech and debate. And I was like, okay. They're like, you also have to get certified to teach speech by the state and before Thursday. It's Tuesday.
Yikes.
And I was like, okay, I still want to teach English. So, but yeah, because I knew I didn't teach them well, and so even just the idea of like, we only did virtual because that was back in 2021, 22, and I also just never figured out. I was like, I don't know how to get kids to a school, and what if I lose them? So I'm just gonna say I didn't figure it out. Again, I was a disservice as a teacher, but I'd be like, oh, go get them. Like, it's like, go get them, because it's just like, it's you now. It's all you. It's going to be all you. And then you come back to me and I'll put the pieces together and say, I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah.
And you did your best. But debate. I made debate fun, which perhaps there's that. My debate kids loved me. They came back many of them came back. And
I hold a lot of hatred towards my debate.
Great. Well, actually, honestly, that makes me feel awesome because if my legacy is that my 2 debate classes would be like, which one do you love more? And they used to like make me signs. It's like 4th period debate loves Miss G more than 6th period debate. And I was like, you guys, if you put that on the wall, I didn't make it. So fine. And if they want to make a sign, I'll let them put that on the wall too. Cool. So I did great then is what I'm hearing.
I think you did.
But it's funny because I wasn't really I was weird in ways that like retrospectively were more like psychologically disturbing, but I wasn't weird like exploratory or creative. I was a good student. I graduated number 69 out of 880 students.
Damn, that is good.
Yeah. And it's only because it's 69 that it's good, but it is good. It is good. I almost failed math, but I was like, but I went from like 50 something to 69 and I found out graduation day and I was like, that's okay. That's
pretty funny.
That's awesome, actually. So yeah, I think it was just a great way to like fill all your time.
Yeah.
And I think as an adult, I found that in comedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can just be like, yeah, I'll be at the theater. Find me there. I'll be doing something, you know, and like tech weeks. I loved it all. Yeah.
So when you graduated high school, did you keep up with the performance part or did you put that on pause?
Yeah, I didn't do anything with that because it really was just like I was like, we really were like, haha, some of us normies got into these like plays and became part of the group. But no, I did like one random performance my freshman year, and then I didn't do anything until my summer after my junior year of college.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you, I guess depending on the timing, there was probably the improv group at
So at listening to Ariel's podcast, I was like, brother, you know what's crazy is like, that's where we met technically. Then we had a mutual friend. Then we regrouped. After I moved back, we like were both booked on Good Fight. But it is so funny because, yeah, I did audition for Snafu. I was at that callback with her. And I didn't get it, which is totally fine. You know, everything's fine now. But I was just like, damn, that's your beginning. And I knew you. I didn't know, but I knew you then. And I remember that.
Wild.
Like, yeah, it was so cool. But yes, I never did any. The only comedy thing I did on campus was the travesty, which was my first toe dip into like quote unquote comedy anything. But that was writing, you know, that was like.
Okay. I don't know anything.
Oh, great. Good. No one doesn't have to. It's fine. It's a satirical newspaper. I remember liking it and then really kind of didn't have friends. It was hard for me for a while. And I was like, I gotta just do something. And I like did their little silly application. Not like in a mean way, it is a silly application. I remember drawing like a lizard and something else. And I was like, I hope this works. And so that was cool to be like, oh, they thought it was funny. So that was my first like tossing the ball around of could I say I'm funny? Yeah. You know?
Leaning into the writing.
Yeah.
Which combined with you just really wanted to be an English teacher.
Yes.
Like writing is your
was
love.
it. Yeah, like writing was that. And I'm just now dipping back into that. But yeah, I forget that like was my intro, and then met some people on that who were like doing stand-up and did like a stand-up class at UT, which was funny because he like had written for Leno or something maybe, but he also held the class from his old, that's not the right word, but his elderly homes apartments complex. So I would like go, and my first audience like after the set that he helped us craft was for people who were like 70 and above.
Wow.
And I was like, I like this. And that's why I never did stand-up, because it's not that. That's not stand-up.
Yeah, no. I mean, rarely.
That's not it. You know, stand-up, the open mics I did after that, it's like, stand-up is gross. I don't like that for me. But I did like that my first set was for people who were like, oh, he has students. He has students. We have nothing to do at 4 p.m. Of course we'll come. I was like, awesome. But yeah, so that's that was that.
So you graduate, go to DFW.
Oh, so my origin story that I love to tell is I started doing improv the summer of 2016 because also the summer of 2016, The Lonely Island was promoting Pop Star by doing college tours.
Ooh.
So like months before it came out, they picked like major I was like, I love this. And I'm so grateful they did it. And I found out they were coming to UT. You had these opportunities to win through like whoever tweeted the fastest at the union. Like it was like competitions, but you could win a meet and greet and or a like pre-screening months before, and I won both. And it was just phenomenal, wonderful. I mean, the meet and greet lasted like 40 seconds, but I was like, they were like, how are you doing? And I was like, I've thought about it, and I think this is definitely the best day of my life. And they were like, "Aw," and they like gave me a hug, and I was one of the few that got hugs from everyone. And I have my little signed poster. And then the movie was fantastic, and they were so nice. Like they were doing a Q&A after in the other theater, but they came to ours before. They're like, hey, we got here early and we knew we weren't going to meet y'all, so we just want to say, like, it was just so like, oh, like those are comedians. Like I loved Lonely Island in high school. Like that was like my only source of comedy, was being obsessed with the Lonely Island. And so that was my only through line, but it had nothing to do with me. But then I met them and I was like, wait, like there's contact. Like those are real people. And then I had like a crisis, a 20-year-old crisis, where I was like, I remember calling my sister and being like, comedy's real. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make it. And like, she was like, you're 20. Like, maybe Google or something. Like, she wasn't very concerned. I was like, Yorma, I'll never find a man like Yorma. He's married already. It was really sad. But I was just, funny. It was pretty, it's very, I'm sure she's like, what is going on in Austin? Like, what is she doing over there? And so then, yes, I Googled, I'm sure I Googled at the time, like, how do people get on SNL or something? And improv became the theme of the people that I did know that I admired. And I looked up Improv Austin, and Cool Town happened to have their free Monday back in the day, drop in, and I went alone, hated the parking lot, and was like,
oh, that's right, because this
horrific parking lot. I don't think I ever didn't hate that parking lot. Yeah. And I was just like, I can't come back here because I can't park. And loved it. And then I just signed up for classes alone and just jumped right in. So that was summer of 2016. So yes, I flew high, and then May of 2018, which I remembered because that whole year I had been really struggling and not really working, but I was also doing great comedy-wise, and I'd gotten into Latinats, and we were doing the second, like, Wrath of Juan or something, and my sister called and was like, the cousins and I have been talking. They're all like 10 years older than me. And she was like, we're canceling your lease. You're going to move up with me and Paul, who I love. Shout out Paul, my brother-in-law. He might even listen to this if I ask him to. And was like, yeah, so we're going to be there in 2 days. And I was like, obviously I didn't want any of it, but I was like, Latinas is a Cinco de Mayo show on a Saturday. Like, I'm not missing that. Like, if you're going to make me stop everything indefinitely, like, I'm doing the Latinat Cinco de Mayo show. So I, did that, moved all my stuff up the next morning.
Wow.
And then I, began that journey. Yeah.
It sounds like there's this little bright shining light in your life, but everything else is enough of a concern to your family that they're like, we need to care for you.
Correct.
Which on one hand, if I were in your shoes, I'm like, you're taking me away from the one shining light, but I get it, you care for me, but you probably can't get it until many, many years past that.
I would say about however many years it was up until yesterday when I happened to reflect on this. And I was like, yes, No, yes.
Yeah.
I agree. And I've always been like, once I like came back, I was like, I get it. I had to leave. I had to learn that shit. I had to hit the grindstone and like fall and pick back. You know, I had to do all that in the safe, no rent setting and it was awful, right? Because I was so dependent on the community and my friends. Mm-hmm. That was obviously the only thing keeping me going, because like you said, the family was like, well, everything else doesn't seem like you're holding up good.
Yeah. And usually outsiders don't understand the value of the comedy community at all. Yeah.
At all. And I would say they never did, right?
Yeah, they just don't understand how deep it can be.
Correct. And how supportive and how like lifeline it is. And that is something I've been, so, you know, I come back, still experience many depressive episodes, you know, but nothing to the point of, hopefully, you know, my hope is that I don't have to hit the grindstone for that long again. You know, I did like 2 inpatient stays and a lot of partial hospitalization, intensive outpatient, and lots of therapy, and I loved it and I needed it. And I'm also like, I can't take 3 years of my life away that way again, which I don't think I will have to, because I know this stuff. It doesn't keep the episodes from happening, but it does keep me from being like, what is this?
Were you able to, I mean, I have to ask it.
Yeah.
Were you able to, because I know the Dallas-Fort Worth scene, it's stand-up and not much else.
No. Yeah. It's funny because when I first started, I was like, I guess I have to try stand-up. And so I would like, no. Yeah. And it was, I maybe tried it for like a couple months, maybe did like a few, not really even, like I probably did like 5 or 6 open mics, but it was that like, I don't have any friends here. I'm ill. Like I'm not like a vibrant star hitting the scene.
Yeah.
And it's an unwelcoming scene. Mm-hmm. And I one time found McKinney, like comedy sports place. Mm-hmm. And I went to a jam. It was all short form. They were like, you're really good. I'd love for you to just take a class for free. And I was like, okay. And then it was like 2 years into me being there. And so I was kind of, or like a year and a half, but I was already so out of comedy brain that I just kept forgetting the class because it didn't really, like, it was mostly short form anyway, and I guess it just never stuck as like a priority. And I had to be like, hey, it definitely doesn't seem like I'm gonna get it. And they're like, we'd love to offer you level 2 for free. And I was like, no, I really don't think like this is a good idea. I think I'm being disrespectful to your time and money. And so I didn't do that again. But I was like, I guess I just don't do comedy here.
Yeah.
But I got COVID. It was COVID time, so I did do a lot of weekly Twitch things with Midnight Society.
Oh, yeah, and Coldtown was doing a lot of online
and
stuff.
We did it. I remember, I mean, that was fun for us. I don't think we ever really had people watch us, but that wasn't the point.
I mean, we did it, and
we did it.
Us.
It was fine. It was fun.
Yeah.
But then, so it's just like the safety net thing is invaluable. Mm-hmm. For anyone, but I think especially for someone with depression or mental illness or just who experiences the lows low, because it's like, it's always there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so cool.
And you probably had people from Austin who were staying connected with you and checking in.
Big time, mega phone calls every day for years kind of thing, like with who I had a call list, you know, like I hit my, I used to tell people even then, like I was an excellent student. Like I just found my notes, they are notes, from my first inpatient stay where it was all new to me. Mm-hmm. And it's all just like codependent ? Look more into that. Like, it's just like list 5 values, commit. Like, it's just me. I was like shocked. I was like, wow, that's like the first time I'd seen any of that. And it was all blowing my mind. And so I was like, whoa. So I needed to know all that stuff. But God bless the community. But I looking through my notes and all that kind of stuff, I just realized like I was meticulous about learning terms and diagnoses and symptoms. I was also meticulous of like, how do I personally stay alive? that's people.
Yeah.
So I mail lots of letters and lots of like just everything to be like, please don't forget me. Please, whatever you do, don't forget me. Oh my God. I promise I'll come back. I don't know when.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a desperate time. But I would come back to Austin for my birthdays. Came back for shows a lot the first few months, like still did a monthly Midnight Society. So when I came back, I felt like I had to be like, I guess I'm starting over. And it did feel that way. And now that it's all one big mush, I can be like, I never really stopped. I just didn't feel as legitimate or didn't feel as XYZ in the moment. But I'm like, I'm going to just call it almost 10 years. Like, I'm not going to do the segmenting thing anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I like 10. 10 is tasty.
10 sounds good.
10 sounds good.
We're gonna. I know this seems
breeze
really
through.
abrupt.
I talk so much.
No. That's kind of the point.
Okay, great.
But we're getting kind of close to a midpoint, and I didn't really take these out. We're gonna play this game.
Correct. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
You like Esther Perel?
I do.
I'm guessing you would.
Yes. Big on everything that you might think I am not a cool to the touch therapy fanatic. I love these things.
Yeah,
so I'm like, anyone who's showed up, let's go.
All right. So what we're doing is I just pulled out 2 cards from the board game, Where Should We Begin? And these are just prompts. So as an improviser, this is easy peasy for you. You're going to point to one of these 2 cards, and I'm going to read that one to you after you read the other one to me. So point to the one you are going to want to answer. That one. So I'll take that one.
Read this one to you.
You are going to read that one.
Okay.
And we'll see where we end up.
An item I've been holding on to for too long.
Ooh. This is really funny. There is a shirt from high school.
Whoa.
That, let's see. I mean, statute of limitations, right? It's been a long, long time since I've been in high school. And I did nothing wrong. But I and some friends of mine went out, and the guys that we were with foolishly decided that they needed to relieve themselves outside a church, which was across from the police station in my little small town. And we got busted.
Sure.
And I got in a lot of trouble with my mom and dad.
I could see that.
And for some reason, I've kept that shirt kind of as a reminder of...
Like a penance? Or?
Yeah, like this is my rock bottom.
Yeah, it's a very mixed bag of an emotion for a shirt.
Yeah, right.
You're like, it makes me feel nostalgic and remorseful.
Yeah. And it's funny how my son is very different from me in that regard. I hang on to a lot of things for nostalgia and memory. And he's like, no, it's just an object. Get rid of it. And
that's how my sister is. I'm like, actually, I love that object.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's why I've been hanging on to it way too long. Okay. Dani.
Yes.
Something I wrongfully took credit for.
Whoa. That's so crazy because I try to not do that.
Yeah, you don't seem like a...
I try to... I love Origins and how we all did it together. What did I have credit for? Oh my God. Probably like a dish or something like a... Yeah, I like added stuff to the dip, but I didn't make the base. That I do feel like I still compulsively admit that to people because I love to host. I love to have like gatherings. I love to bake and cook. And I love to, I really am transitioning from do it all 100% to like, let Trader Joe's do the dips, you know?
Yeah.
I'll do something fancy with something else, but if I want a spread, I don't need to make the spread. But I do always, I'm like, but I didn't make the jam. I made the cake and the whipped cream and the rose water topping, and I did add the glitter, but I didn't make the jam. The jam is HEB. It's really good, actually, and I'd recommend it. I do love it. Like, I just can't let it go unnoticed. But I'm sure I've let it slip before to be like, no, don't. Please.
Very good. Very heartfelt emotions
Yes.
there. Okay, so when did you officially get back to Austin?
2021, May. It was like it was like 3 years to the day. Something wonderful and monumental feeling like that.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Did you? Well, I don't want to project on you, but
Please.
The day that you were taken.
Correct. No,
terrible.
Yesterday I was like, I would use the word plucked. I would use the word forced. I would use I don't know what word I want to use when I write about this, but forced still comes to mind.
Were you already, from that moment, were you already thinking, I've got to get back, I told people, I was like, I'll be back in 4 months. And that was a lie. I didn't know it because I had no idea what was going to happen. Yeah. But 4 months I was an inpatient again, so that wasn't going to happen. So there's no question in your mind that you were going to come back.
And no question to anyone. I actually did a thing where I love art, I love things, I love bric-a-brac, knick-knack. The words go on, but I had so much art in my room. I just had so much art. Yeah. Every wall is a gallery wall, even where you're like, is that even a wall? I wouldn't even have thought to put something there. And so I had people come and take a piece of my art to hold on to with the I'll be back and you can give it to me then, but this is a hold on to it for me kind of mentality because I'll be back. And I was, so that was great. Yeah. And then it was funny because for 2 years, people would be like, I still have your thing. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. That was 4 years ago. I was not the same person. I was a shell. Thank you. You can keep it if you want it. One time someone was like, I was 3 years after being here. And she was like, I still have your a holographic Last Supper. And I was like, that sounds awesome. She was like, it's right in the front. And I was like, you can keep it. But that sounds awesome. I believe that I owned that. Cool. So I always just find that out. Oh.
What was your first moment back on stage and how did that feel?
Oh, man. Probably, I don't remember first, but it was still, Cold Town didn't have a space. I wasn't really established at Fallout by any means. So it was a lot of random backyard stuff of hey, Midnight Society, you want to do this? Or Friends for Now? Or I wasn't in Friends for Now then, but just that kind of mentality of we're doing this in a backyard or a Violet Crown. And so there was I think maybe first I'm in a show, a cast show that when we were doing stuff at Game On was, what was it called? Strange Town. Strange Town was my first auditioned show that I got in, and that was interesting because it was I didn't know anyone and I left knowing everyone, and so to be in a whole and everyone knew each other because 3 full years had passed.
Sure.
So it was a couple of years of where's my spot? Who do I do stuff with?
Yeah.
Which was fun. I still did all the shows I could. I still had that same mentality of I'll audition for everything and then one day I'll feel content and I won't do that. And that's true. I stopped doing that. So I did actually reach that point. But that's always been my method of I want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to do that too. Yeah, I'll do that. Definitely leads to burnout, but I'm not there anymore as much. So that's good.
Do I have it right that your 2 main shows are Fuck This Week and Come At Me? I mean, that's already a pretty full plate.
That is true. Yes. Friends for Now just ended. And Roundabout, we've put her to the grave with love. So, yeah, I know. I have been doing a lot of assessment recently of is that enough? And I'm I think that's plenty. Because I also Big Fart, we want to write, etc. And I just want to hang out with people more and do. This is the first year because last year was so bad that I was wait, I can have a clear enough mind to create something.
Yeah.
We don't know what yet, but something. And I'm not miserable, and so I could do something. So I don't have to hold down to weeklies as much as I used to love to. But also that's a full cup for me. And Guts, like we said, and How High Are You, which is also a monthly here. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like quite a bit.
I'm eating.
2 of them are improv, so in a sense, you don't have to.
It's all, I love
on
improv.
Stage, but the guts and the hi, how are you? Those are.
Well, I do improv for Hi, How Are You because
okay.
just like you said, no prep. I love committing to a weekly improv. I'm like, I'll show up probably on time and I'll do it. And guts. Well, guts is fun because maybe I won't tell them that I shouted them out, and then if they say something, this is the nugget. Okay, to my
Especially
TTRPG
since,
boys and girls, that group we've been doing like a weekly game night for like almost a year now, and so what's nice about that is once Guts started, it was like it's game night or Guts night, but it wasn't like an extra add to the plot because it is a fun, chaotic, creative show that does take time to build, but we found a nice rhythm of already just committing Tuesdays.
Yeah. The last episode of 2025 was Chisholm.
Great.
And did hear about I can't keep the acronym straight, TTR.
Tabletop role play game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was very bummed that the New Year's Eve show was canceled because that was my New Year's Eve.
Oh my
plan,
gosh!
To come check it out.
Well, we have one on the 16th. I know that. We're gonna just keep trucking.
Yeah.
Selfishly, I was like, well, I guess I could like live it up, like do something like a normal person would do, and I did, and that felt good too.
Nice.
I was like, I'm in a club. What is going on? I did cocaine. I'm kidding. I didn't. In case anyone listens to this, I've never done cocaine. There it is, shit. And now the cops are here. Damn it. Frick. God. I just got too excited to share my news.
That's hilarious.
But I wouldn't have done that if we had done Guts. So it's a trade-off. It's life gives you some, it takes you some.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you to pick a favorite of your weeklies.
I couldn't.
But which one did you land first?
Come At Me last year. Definitely more than last year. Oh my God, we're in 2026 now, so 2024. Yeah. That was great because it was like right after I ended a relationship with someone I was still living with, and so it was like really funny because like I think they had just added me, and I remember like breaking up with him and then being like, I have to go now. I have a show. And I like went to Come At Me, and I just kind of, and I think it was like either about to join or new, and I was just kind of like, I just broke up with my partner. That's my energy tonight. Thank you for including me with your time. And I just do that. I jump into the comedy and I say, please, I'm hurting. But Come At Me, and then Fuck This Week. I realized it's probably like May or June now, which feels more recent to me. Like I feel like I still have this excitement of like, I'm in Fuck This Week. That has not faded. So it feels more like a recent thing, but that's awesome. Fuck This Week's so great.
Yeah.
I love them. I've loved them. I love celebrity. There's like some friends, like a lot of Big for sure, that I've known for so long that were like, remember when like it was freaking like star-studded, like there's Friday night, like Loverboy, Midnight Society at 10 p.m. Like all that shit was just like awesome. Yeah. And Fuck This Week is one of, to me, the few remaining troops that has that like not only staying star power, but like star power for me way before I knew they would do auditions, you know?
Yeah. I do regret that I've yet to see a Fuck This Week.
Hey, what if I told you any Monday?
Any Monday?
What if I told you any Monday? Forever.
Forever, wow.
Indefinitely we'll be around waiting. Yeah. And we won't be mad if it's in a year, in 5. I hope to be there in 5 years and say welcome. So glad we got better. Yeah. That's what I'll say. Take your time. Take your time.
It's very sweet.
Yes, we're just getting better. That's all we're doing.
I love Come At Me. Come At Me is
very fun.
Very fun. I think the first time that I met Kyle and Amy
Great.
In the improv world, these are rock stars, Kyle Erie and Amy Knob.
Yes. Amy and I did all 6 levels together.
Really?
Yes. And because I agree she's a rock star, I tell everyone that. Yeah. I'm like, by the way, I learned along the greats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I met them. They came on to promote Come At Me.
Great.
And then I went to go see it. I think that is my origin story with improv, because I met them.
Wow.
And I then went to go see the show, because I'm like, well, if I'm going to podcast about the show, I should go check it out. I love Come At Me.
Yeah.
And it was an inspiration for Improv Vintage, because I like the idea.
Yeah.
The audience brings something, not just a word suggestion, but like a tangible thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's, Instagram account or a vintage item. So
love it. I always love hearing like, this made me want to do this. And then here's this thing that exists now because of that. Big fan of connections.
Yeah.
They're great.
Very good. All right. What other do you teach as well?
I do teach as well.
I've heard you coach.
I coach. I definitely coach. I love to coach. Shout out to me to love to coach. I love to coach. Early last year, I told people like my intention this year is to like get established more as a coach, like build up my curriculum, deepen a philosophy, like really kind of. My first goal was like, I want people to think I'm a coach. That was the first goal.
Yeah.
And then once that happened, I was like, okay, I should really fine. If they're going to take me seriously, I'll give myself permission to take my coaching perspective seriously. Yeah. And I get so much, I get so much money from that. No, I get so much money from coaching, so I love it. No, I get so much joy from like a coaching versus a teaching, because coaching, it's like there's more than one goal of a coaching session. Like we want to get better. What does that mean? Okay, well, my goals are always like, I want y'all to feel more supported with each other. So I try to bring in a lot of like thoughts from the inside, thoughts from the outside. Like, let's hear what other people thought. You thought that was good. Like and those are things I've started to cement in all of my coaching, that I'm like, okay, fine. People, I finally won the legitimacy of the title coach. So like, what is it that I'm supposed to bring? And I do think it's like, there's this one exercise that I'm obsessed with, but I won't share my trade secrets because I need the money as well. But my perspective is valuable in some sort, but also I think like creating intentional space for the troupe to reflect to each other. I noticed this great thing you did. You might have said this, but I didn't see that. So I think that's something I bring to the table. And when that happens, I'm like, okay, that was a good session. Because that was something I had to learn, like, oh my God, like, am I always going to feel riddled with ambivalence of if I did a good job or not every time I do this? Like, $60 isn't worth that. To just be like, I don't know, was it good? I couldn't tell if they liked it or not. So I was like, they seem to have a good time with each other. That was a success. Because sometimes I make up my exercises at this point, and every time I'm like, and if we don't like it, we will do something else. I was like, let's see if it touches the muscle I'm trying to touch. And if we hate it, if it's too heady, we'll scrap it. Yeah. Yeah, I want to keep doing that.
Yeah.
But I do teach them, hopefully if one more person signs up, I'm going to start teaching at Fallout Thursday.
Okay.
Level 1.
First time?
No, but first time in a while.
Okay.
Because I was teaching at Cold Town, teaching level 6s, then onward and upward. But I openly love Kyle Romero as a friend and performer and conservatory director. So I was like, yes, this is it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And hopefully it makes.
Hopefully it makes. And if it doesn't, well,
there's always next time.
There's always next time.
Yeah.
There's always another class.
What kind of projects other than class, continued coaching? How many troops are you coaching these days?
It comes and goes. I have the honor of like, it's fun. Coaching is interesting too, because it's like, there's no like agreement, like you're our coach. Sometimes there is, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
After hours, I was their coach for 6 months, whether they liked it or not. I loved it personally. Or like Misterios or something where I was just their set coach. But a lot of troops, it's just kind of like, sometimes they'll ask, if you're free this time. Sometimes they'll like schedule a couple out. But recently, troops that I just love to plug that are great. Sugar Rush, I've coached them a few times now, and they're wonderful. Hot Rats, Improv Magic, just coached. That was fun. Lots of great troops out there.
Yeah. And
I love any troop that's willing to respond to a group text in time and show up. I'm like, you guys have already done the hard work by being here.
Yeah.
But other goals, I just got a planner. I want to keep that planner going. And that planner asks for 3 goals. So one is to illustrate a little children's book
Fun.
for my nieces, for sure. But I do want it to be like usable, because I did write them. Well, my friend Macy, shout out to Macy Osera, a comedy legend from a long time ago. She wrote it, I illustrated it, but it was about my sister's 2 dogs for my nieces. And I think I want to write this one about my old 11-year-old beagle and my little kitten that I just got, and their coming together story of overcoming their differences. So I want to do that. I want to start a book club.
Exciting.
And the third one is just, I want to do something writing. I haven't decided what the format is, but like I said, like a decade in review.
Yeah.
Life, comedy, depression, sandwich. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what that looks like yet.
But a lot of creativity in those.
Yeah. I just need something to keep my noggin going.
Yeah.
And then if I get depressed, I'll put a pause on it. And then at least I wrote it down.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the idea that, very early on in our conversation, you talked about it. You just wanted to be an English teacher. Mm-hmm. And you're now teaching, because to me, coaching is teaching.
Oh, yeah.
So between the Fallout class,
yes,
which we'll make, we're just going to speak it into.
It will. I'll pay someone to body double as my student for 8 weeks. But I'll have paid their class. And I'll say, pretend you don't know me.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun that, this through line has come through.
Yeah, I definitely was like, well, once I came to terms that the teaching in the form of conventional teacher isn't it for me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For reasons everyone can guess. I was like, that's why I got so excited about teaching and then coaching. I was like, oh, yeah, like coaching is just an extension of teaching, but it's more specific, it's more tailored, and it's more like personable, I guess. Yeah. Like I'm meeting y'all where you're at in this scene. I'm not just telling you like this is game. Right. Why don't you get it?
Yeah.
Why don't you get it?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely being able to use those skills as a human in my hobby versus the public education sector is a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't necessarily want you to repeat everything that Ariel said about Big Fart.
Sure. I'll say it better. I'll give her a run for her money with who talks more effusively about Big Fart. So
yeah, I mean, I definitely got like a warm and fuzzy feeling that it really didn't start as a official sketch group. It was really just women hanging out together.
Yeah,
and out of that came the byproduct of, hey, let's write something creative together.
Yeah, I personally am obsessed with Big Fart, and for that reason, because we've been together a couple of years now, many times I've been trying to be like, how did we like I know this start, but it was like we'd already been hanging out in different combos, both comedically, like Molly, Maria and I in Midnight Society, Zaria, Molly and Ariel in Garage. Like that happened, but I think it was, I still can't do it because it's like, I love lore. It was like, at that time, I was in my old house, which was wonderful and large and old, and I started like inviting Molly and Maria over, and one time they came over, and then they came to see a show of mine, and I remember Zaria was like house managing, and me and Zaria, our lore will come out in time. I love her, but my favorite story is that she used to bully me when I was an intern, but I love her now, so it's all healed. But I still like to say that because it's recorded. But she was like, what? I'm not invited. And I really took that of like, oh, I guess she wants to hang out with me. Like, we just weren't close. We were fine by then. But like, and so then she hung out. So there was like that. But then also we were doing karaoke very frequently. Oh. And that was Molly, Zaria, Kyle Romero, and Iriel, and we were like, we should expand the group, and we invited Maria. And so it was like, then someone else was like, you should make your brunch group a throwdown troupe. But I was like, that was missing Iriel, so we were like, it's more just, at this point, what I would say Big Fart was our karaoke group cemented as an all-female group, which unfortunately, and he said it with grace, he was like, I don't need to be in that troupe. Because once we realized, we were like, I guess it is really everyone but you that we're going to make in this troupe. He was like, and that's okay with me, you know? He understood. But so we started, yes, because of Throwdown, and I was like, it'll just be a one-off, obviously. I was like, all right, I'll submit the form. Yeah, and it was just funny, because I was like, what should we be called? Molly in all caps put Big Fart. People started liking it, and I was just like, okay, any other suggestions? And it was quiet, and so I just put Big Fart, and that worked. and then that's what we became. And yeah, it's so fun, because it's like, what I love about Big Fart is, yes, it was like a grouping that hadn't come together in that one intentional way, and every time it's so much fun. Like, Big Fart is just, to me, synonymous with like the best time. Yeah. If it's comedic, if it's coming over, if it's going to the parking lot carnival, if it's going to, what's it called? The bowling place that's inside of the Cabela's. We did that, and that was really fun. Oh. We shared a fishbowl. And it's just like so nice, because it's like, I had plenty of friends who were comedians and vice versa, you know, but it's like that we can do comedy together and then carry the fun is just like, I couldn't ask for anything more. And then, we jokingly submitted to the 24-hour sketch, and we were like, wait, we're the only improv troupe that they added. And we're like, wait. And then we crushed it. And I was really proud of us. We worked really, really hard, and it was awesome. Yeah. And then that kind of submit. And then we had to write the show because we won. And it's such a blast. They're so fun.
Yeah. And now that it's 2026 and ATX Sketchfest is a mere 5 months away.
I know.
Is Big Fart going to come roaring through with another?
I would hope so. I would imagine. I know we're starting. It's the new year. We're starting to percolate. We have some shared ideas. We have our running notes of sketches. We just need the wins to either make it closer, because like I know Ariel said, and we know this to be true, we work really well, and well, not really well, but we work well with weirdly pressing deadlines. Perhaps urgency is the binding force of written work. Yeah. Because we'll just show up anywhere at any time. But if it's like, we know we're going to write, it's like, oh my God, I have to pull tape. But that's admin. So hopefully, we have some stuff. I know I want to write. I know other people want to write. So we don't know if we'll ever do better than Boy Moms, but we can try. We might just continue to always evolve that. God bless.
I feel lucky that I got to see that.
I'm so grateful you did too, because it doesn't translate well. Period. Correct. And yet, I watched it recently for the first time, like the original one, because we did do the modified one this year or last year. But I was like, damn, damn, we were cooking. And it's so funny because we had the whole sketch written out, and then we had like a writing session in my beautiful sunroom at the time at the old house, and we just came up with the whole alternate ending of the Romeo and Juliet mapping.
Yeah.
And it's like that never would have existed if we hadn't just been like, wait. And I'm so glad that we did that, because it really is a wild ride. And I love it because anytime someone's like, who wrote that, it's like definitely all of us. Like, we co-write everything, and that's always fun too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes it work well for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it feels just so natural when you've got, because my background is stand-up.
Yeah.
Not necessarily performing a whole bunch.
Sure.
But just, like, that is what I would say I'm a student of, is stand-up. But now that I'm more immersed in the improv world, like, I see the value of, you're bonding with this group of people. And as long as you figure out how to trust each other, laugh together, cry together, the whole thing, like, the creative outburst out of that can be amazing.
Yeah.
So
it's the, like, because it's not hard to get a troupe together, right? Like, after a certain amount of, once you learn how to be in a community, I know the steps to get a troupe together.
Yeah.
But there's something else that you can't admin away. You can't, like, do everything right, and you can do everything right and the troupe not work. Like, that's even more common. So when something just happens to come together and then it works so well, we were just, it's so funny. Yeah, we'd always be like, we're gonna sophomore slump, and then we're all gonna be sad. But we're always just kind of like, oh, this is fun, this is silly. So I was telling them I watched our first sketch show, like, not our ASF one from 2024. And I was like, it's so funny because, like, we crushed it. It was a great show. And I always feel weird saying that. But it was objective. It was a great show. And we worked really hard on it. And it's so funny because we closed it with this sketch where we all learned the Cups song. And, blackout, crowd goes wild. And we are, like, the most sheepish, like, heads down, like, gathering our cups, like, thank you. Like, it's just so, I was like, yeah, let's stay that way. Like, I love that about us too, that we don't, they're awesome, humble people, like, I can say that about each of them, if not myself, but it's so funny to be like, wow, we, like, crushed it. And then to see us, like, bow our heads, like, we're sorry, we're still here, we'll get off. We know, we're sorry the cups got farther than we thought. Like, it's just very, like, we're leaving. That's always fun too.
I know we won a Cult Tony for Best Podcast, which I feel is very sweet, but also very cheesy. How did it feel for you to win a Cult Tony? Did you win multiple?
I did win multiple. These felt fun or not. Yeah, right, Cult Tony is, it matters or it doesn't depending on the day and the moment, but it's still nice. Yeah. Like, it doesn't make me better than anyone, but I'm not going to say, like, that meant nothing, right? Because it's all silly. I meant something because I won. The two things that I won were Coach and Grounded with Lewis. And that felt nice because those are two things that I had, like, explicitly, intentionally been working on. And so last year, or 2 years ago, I guess, I was starting to coach, but I wasn't on the nomination thing. I was just starting, like, to get, like, I was really just coaching Lucid, and they're wonderful, but they took a risk on me, like, a year before anyone else would. So I remember saying, like, very clear, like, this is what I'm working on, is being established as a coach, then getting better as a coach, and grounded. And so, like, for Come At Me, we always do intentions. And for a while, I would keep saying, like, my intention is to keep exploring what grounded looks like on me. Because I can't quite, I don't know. I didn't know what that meant on me. Because we see, like, grounded, and you're like, yeah, of course, that guy, like, he's so, but I'm like, I'm not that for sure. But I want to be able to play grounded. So both of those were nice because I was like, damn, like, oh, good, I did it. Yeah. And it just feels really nice, as always, to be reminded that you're seen in a community when, like, my depression gremlin, the first thing is, if you leave, no big deal. And so it's like comedy and my experience personally with comedy, it has so many like life affirming things that even in real time, I'm like, this is going to mean something more when I need it more. Like when the gremlins are saying like, it's pretty easy to just leave, or like, no one's thinking of you.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a loss. Like, those are common during an episode, and so it's so nice to be like, people are gonna know if I leave. Like it's almost like it's affirming. It's a life affirming thing, and I don't take those for granted.
Yeah, and it is, it is a peer voted on thing.
Yeah.
So it is nice that
it's nice.
your community noticed your efforts.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not doing the community a service by saying this doesn't mean anything. Like I'm not being great if I'm saying, and now I'm superior, but it's like, no, I agree. This feels very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does not inflate my ego, but I like deciding where to put all my little gold guys in the house.
It's a flashback to your 4th and 6th
oh, sure.
classes.
Yeah.
We
love her. And I'm like, look, you can put it up. They said it, not me. I didn't make myself this. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I have
and
like
yet you did.
And yet I did. Oh, my gosh. How she goes.
This has been lovely.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had such a good time.
Yeah. I have a closing question.
Okay.
If you're ready.
Yes.
One word to describe your future.
Expansive.
Ooh.
That's right. I'm on new antidepressants and Adderall. That's right. My episode is starting to leave. So I feel hope. Ask me again in a year. Ask me again in a year. We'll see what happens.
Well, this has been amazing. I've watched you on stage for a couple of years now, and you are very fun to watch on stage. So I'll be back to see Come At Me for sure.
Please.
And I got to get to the fuck this week.
Sure. Again, we'll just keep cooking.
Yeah,
no worries.
Yeah, yep. Okay.
Thank you.
That is a wrap on Comedy Wham Presents Dani Gonzalez. Dani, tell us where we can find you and promote your projects.
Yes. Every Monday at Fallout Theater, Fuck This Week at 8. And then every Saturday at Fallout Theater, Come At Me at 8:30. And look up Guts, ATX, and look up How High Are You? Perhaps ATX as well. Wonderful monthly shows I'm a part of. Couldn't recommend enough. And while you're at it, look up the Roundabout. It's dead, but I did make the art. And the fact that we never really got to use it makes me sad. Oh. So go look up the Roundabout ATX too. That's what I close on.
So is that one of your things too? Is you
I do a lot of graphic design. Okay, yeah, lots of drawing.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, because there's always new shows being
exactly. If you need literally anything graphic design related, Dani cares about you on Instagram. Okay, bye.
We hope you've enjoyed learning about how Dani got to be the comedic genius that you heard today just as much as I have. This has been Comedy Wham Presents Dani Gonzalez. I'm Valerie, and that's been funny. Thank you, Dani.
Thank you. Yay.